the Pope's Exorcist. This was another one that was on the list of Kathleen McCloskey. She's watched a lot of 2023 films. Um, I'm not a fan of the Pope's Exorcist. Let's just come right out, right from the beginning, and say, honestly, demonic possession films are my least favorite subgenre in horror because they are so rarely done well. But let's get into the Pope's Exorcist first, which was released February 20th of 2023. The director was Julius Avery, and as you can see from the poster, it stars Russell Crowe as Father Gabriel Amorth, who wrote a book. There's a real Father Gabriel who wrote a book in 1990 called An Exorcist Tells a Story, and then there was a subsequent book of more tales about his experiences as a real life exorcist. So, knowing that, you would think the film would be incredibly compelling. The film starts out with Father Gabriel attending to an exorcism, and there is a debacle with a pig that lands him into some hot water with the Vatican. And really, Father Gabriel and the Vatican are not friends. He has a lot of, he just disagrees with the Vatican and with the way they handle things. And we jump forward in time to when a young boy named Henry is now possessed by a demon and requesting a priest. So the local priest, Father Escobar, brings in Father Gabriel. Here's where the film really does not work for me. And it's in the family that we are supposed to care about. There's young Henry and his mother Julia and his sister Amy, and they are in Spain taking over the family land of Julia's deceased husband, who died a year ago in a terrible car accident. And Henry has not spoken since. He's not spoken in a year. He's been mute for an entire year. And Mom Julia, it's fine. Nothing's going on. Yeah, we'll just drag the kid to another country along with his older sister and then be shocked when they're not acclimating. Even if the father didn't have life insurance, they would be able to have his social security or something. There's no reason to drag these two children to another country, outside of their comfort zone. It's stupidity. It's absolute stupidity. And the daughter, Amy, is our rebellious teen. We know she's a rebel because we watch her take a drag on a cigarette, and she always has her headsets in. And it takes place in the 1980s, so she's playing her 1980s music and not listening to her mother's. That's how we know that she is a rebel. Again, the mother is horrible. She just is always ignoring these children. Then she yells at Amy for dressing too provocatively when there are workmen around, meaning like shorts and a tank top. But yet, Mom parades around in a tank top because, hey, she's looking for a new husband. So it's all good. It's very, very hard to feel anything for this family, especially the mother, who is just a horrible mother. So we have young Henry possessed by a demon. The CGI is really good. It looks convincing. He's swearing and sputtering. It's very Exorcist, like the original Bloody Exorcist film in terms of how he looks. And that's done very, very well. But it's just, again, I really was like, oh God, I hope the demon possesses all of them. I hope the house burns down around them. We also have you could see it coming from the very get-go that Father Gabriel, his ego got in the way during a past exorcism, and then that's coming back to haunt him. And Father Escobar, of course, had an affair with a young girl from his congregation. Because thank God it wasn't a young boy. That's the only stereotype they tried to avoid. But and now that's haunting him. So we have these priests who also are at ends with their faith and really in this awkward position with their faith. So nothing you haven't seen before. You can guess every next minute that is coming. and really, not a satisfying or fulfilling ending. The ending kind of ends like now Gabriel and Escobar are buddies and they're going to go on a buddy journey finding demons together. Today's sidebar focuses on the overuse of the dramatic car accident in horror films. Car accidents are super scary. Many of us have experienced them and thankfully walked away from them. We know they're terrifying. We know they're traumatizing, but they have been overused, especially the car accident impalement, which is perhaps one of the worst types of car accidents we can imagine. But it's starting to lose its impact because we have seen, and no pun intended with impact, but it is starting to lose its impact because we have seen it being used time after time in movies. So I'm asking, as a rabid horror fan, that future filmmakers really reconsider the use of the horrific car accident to be the source of all trauma. Do better.